Hello, everyone. I am going to be discussing the benefits of regular gaming for adolescents. Alrighty, so I'd like to start with a quote from Jane McGonigal, who said, "A game is an opportunity to focus with relentless optimism at something we're good at or getting better at and enjoy. In other words, gameplay is the direct emotional opposite of depression." So despite many of the studies that have come out that have said that gameplay is bad for adolescents, many of these studies are very limited in the factors that they contribute to this, as well as the time frame that they conduct the study in. But in reality, adolescents who play video games regularly will benefit in certain ways that teenagers who play video game or who do not play video games don't benefit. So first, I would like to start with the general positive impacts that regular gaming can have. So the first is that a lot of teenagers play video games, first off, to relieve stress and boredom or to feel more relaxed. Some teenagers play because they simply enjoy the challenges that can be presented in video games. So the idea that these violent video games automatically cause violent teenagers or adolescents is very simplistic due to all of the factors that go into it. So according to an article from a Science Direct journal written by Gayton in 2016, regular gamers regulated their emotions more. So this just means that video games are a support system for adolescents because they can deal with their emotions better. It's a way to cope. Additionally, in a separate article from the Sociological Quarterly written by Latinsky in 2021, the positive impacts can directly affect the future of adolescents. For example, getting educational degrees and maintaining full-time jobs. So not only are there benefits for adolescents personally, but it also has good benefits for their interpersonal relationships with friends and family. So in a second Science Direct journal written by Verhagen in 2019, both cooperative and competitive video games have positive impacts on the relationships of the people who play together. Specifically, cooperative video games are likely to increase pro-social behaviors, which is very good, especially in the way society is today. So additionally, with that, adolescents are becoming interested in video games that would subtly inform about mental health, as well as creating a more positive and engaging interface. And that is coming from a digital health article from Sage Journals that was written by Pine in 2020. So this shows that playing video games regularly can help adolescents become more aware of not only themselves and their internal emotions, but their peers as well, which is very beneficial for everyone. And so finally, I'd like to discuss the counterpoints to playing video games regularly. So I know that in my last speech, I talked about PUVG and PVGU, which are pretty similar, but they are slightly different. However, we know that these cases only account for 10% of all regular gamers. So they are actually not as common as a lot of studies like to make it seem. So in a ProQuest study that was released in 2020 and was written by Coyne, she explains that 18% of gamers showed moderate symptoms of both of these, while 72% of gamers showed no symptoms whatsoever. Additionally, the moderate symptoms did not increase over a 6-year period, and they were very low and not concerning. So finally, I would like to just summarize the points I've gone over. So that is, regular video gaming has a very positive effect on adolescents, both in a social sense as well as an emotional sense. And it can actually be very beneficial, especially for teenagers who have a hard time coping with their emotions or really understanding them. So playing video games regularly is actually quite important to adolescent development and can really help. And it should be used as an encouraging way to help adolescents as they are going through their teenage years, as those can be very difficult. And then finally, here are my references. Thank you very much.